Hey guys, SF Vendetta here again, coaching number 4. We'll be in the bot lane as Thresh support here with dalskics. Hope I got that right. Alright, so just to start off here, looks like they're going for the invade. It's either going to go really well or really bad. Brand's sitting there. I'm not sure if he's paying attention. They got Elise. He's got the hook on Elise. Perfect. Taking the hook brought you to her flash. Nice. Yeah, with first blood, just secure it. It doesn't matter who gets it. Just get the kill. I mean, you could have waited for Elise in, but just might as well get it. Can kind of speed this up here. So good job on the first blood. You landed the hook. Kind of lucky that Brand wasn't paying attention. So this is a draft mode game. Don't know if you're playing with friends or not, but I see you took the Bond of Stone Mastery, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. Bond of Stone is, yeah, there it is. Bond of Stone is definitely what I would go if I'm playing by myself. It's good, negates the damage, helps your carry out a little bit. If I'm playing with like a dual ADC, okay, got the hook on Soraka. Good job there. If I'm playing with a duo ADC, sometimes I'll go Thunderlords, and you can time, you know, your guys' all-ins for a really big burst. But playing by yourself, Bond of Stone is definitely the way to go. So, first 3 hooks here have landed perfect. The first one you hook Soraka, second one Lucian. Soraka is always the best target to hook, and always the best kill target, unless you guys don't have Ignite. So, I mean, even Ignite, I'd still focus Soraka, but she's 9 out of 10 times she's the best one to kill, unless you guys have a lot of burst. So you just see us in here. So you want the shield, which is good. I go shield or coin, and how I decide is if the enemy support has a heal, then I will take the shield, just so you can kind of somewhat match their sustain a little bit. If they don't, if it's like, I don't know, like I can't think at the moment, but if they don't have a heal, then I will take the coin. So you're playing here, you have your trinket, oh, you got a ward down, so as a support, like that ward that Jinx just threw down, go and help your jungler out. That was a good play. That was a really good play. Good response by you guys. That doesn't usually happen in this elo. So good. You got yourself some double buffs. People could argue that you should have given that kill over, but Elise is so slippery you never know. She might have been able to get away or execute. So rather just flash and get the kill. That was good. But what I was saying earlier is that if you're on this side, this is a lot of people call it the too late bush. So if, I mean, even like if you're gonna ward it, at least ward the very end of it. Otherwise, by the time you see anybody with that ward, it's too late. You're already gonna get ganked. So what I do is I'll ward like up here. I'll keep my tri pinked. Sometimes I'll even ward up there. Alright, so let's go here. You guys got in a little skirmish there. If you guys are skirmishing and trading health, make sure it's always on the Soraka. So like right now, any damage done on Lucian is negated because of the Soraka. So as long as you guys are dodging her Q, you should be able to trade pretty effectively. If that hook would have landed, you would have been golden. Nice hook on Soraka. So the only thing right now that I can see you're doing wrong is your positioning. Like this last I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, Jinx has always been in front of you. So that's why her health is so much lower than yours. You start with more biscuits, you have 2 kills, you have more gold, you can afford more potions. Get up there. If they are gonna poke you, if they're gonna poke, then at least it's on you. And Jinx can get some CS here. Doesn't help that she's eating those Lucian piercing lights like no other, but at the same time, they're less likely to try and attack her if you're close. So that was good. You were going for Soraka, but she flashed, so you got the Lucian. Let's go back here really quick. The only thing I can say is maybe next time, when you're posturing here, don't throw the lantern so early. Because once you start to climb and get a little higher, people are going to immediately start running away. So kind of, let's see here. So you're kind of walking at them. Cut through there first. Say you should be right here when you throw that lantern. You can still throw it over here where Lee can grab it. But so now you're here. They would probably be, you know, around where they are right now, but they're not expecting anything. So you can get the hook more often than not. You still do good and get the hook on the Lucian, but you know, say you could have got a double kill or something. It wasn't a bad play, but it's just those little things that you can work on. Your timings of your spells and stuff that are going to help you climb. So right now, you played a pretty solid game so far. My thoughts on Thresh. Thresh is a lot very comparable to Lee Sin in my opinion. In the fact that you can jungle Lee Sin and it's very easy to be mediocre. His spells are straightforward. You know, you can hook and take it, you can Q and take it. You have your lantern, you throw it, they click it, you can W to somebody, but he has a very he's very easy to be mediocre. That's the only way I can think of putting it. But it's very hard to be a great Lee Sin or a great Thresh. It's just using those spells to the max potential. So good roam by you. Awesome. You came to your team when they needed it. And I'm not going to fault you for taking any kills, as as Thresh, man. You just gotta secure those. So there, if he didn't flash, you would have had that. So you got the flash out, that was good. So now though, just go back down and help Jinx. Jinx is starting to fall pretty far behind. So you being mid here is not doing much. All it's doing is just Soraka zoning Jinx away. So Jinx had to take the long way around, and she's missing out on a pretty good amount of farm here. Missed the hook. I don't know why Soraka went Targons. That's pretty bad. So right now, yeah, just because you can throw a hook doesn't mean you should. You guys are really unhealthy. Pretty sure Soraka has ult. Nothing good can come from a hook right now. You probably both should have backed here, because now you're in diveable health range. Soraka can just heal that Lucian for a good amount of turret tanking. So you guys are playing a dangerous game here. You can't make your ADC go back, but you can tell them in chat, and if you go back, they're probably more likely to go back. So definitely after this wave, you guys should be going back here. So let's go back in time here. Again, we got that positioning. The wave's pushing up, and Jinx's positioning could be better, but again, I think you're behind her here, yeah. So if you're in front of her, maybe that doesn't happen because of the threat of the hook, the flay, the box. Well, that was dumb. He should have just at least went for the kill or left Shen up there. So, I mean, back when you guys got Lucian's flash over here, you should have just stopped chasing. Yeah, you guys get a kill, but you also give a kill. And you use Shen's ult here. He's just kind of waiting for it, but too greedy. I don't know what you're so afraid to go back for. Just go back. This is too greedy, man. All this time you're sitting here doing this, you could be roaming, going mid or helping top or coming back with full health here. So that death definitely could have been avoided. It's just go back. How much gold did you have? Yeah, you had a good chunk of change to spend. Death could have been avoided for sure. So let's get you back into lane here. So again, you keep going for the hook on Lucian. I would definitely be trying to hook the Soraka more than the Lucian. Again, your posturing, you should be in front of this Jinx for sure. The only time when I play behind my ADC as Thresh is, say we're pushing up here and there's no real minions to get or experience to gain, I'll hang, and my ADC is like right here, I'll hang back here. That way in case there's a lane gank or even a side gank, I can just throw my lantern and my ADC and I are already out of harm's way. That's the only time I usually play behind my ADC. Guys taking golems, okay. There you go, got the hook on Soraka. That didn't go over terribly. So let's go back here. I need to see something. When you guys were taking golems, what was Jinx's health at? So I guess she had a fair amount of health, but this right here, instead of doing this, I would go back. You have a huge wave coming, and yeah, the golems are nice. You get a little bit of gold, but if you're healthy for this wave, that's where you're gonna get a lot more gold off this wave. Then, so don't start the golems. Don't bait your ADC into doing that. Tell them to go back, and then there you get a nice little trade, but you kind of chase it a little too hard. Yeah, your team comes and ends up making it even, but in lane, the way I play, the way I just approach the game in general, but especially in lane, is I just pretend that the enemies get more gold for kills. If you play with that mentality, you don't make as stupid of decisions. Not saying that your decisions have been terribly stupid or anything, but when you approach it that way, you play more cautious. You take the guaranteed plays more than the risky plays, such as the one that you guys just did. Alright, not much is happening. Build path, crap, I should have looked. So your first back, I think you had the shield and boots for a long time because you got first blood. So that's another reason to go back. Earlier when you died to Elise, I was saying go back. You could have had Sightstone earlier. Got some wards out. You did trade in your yellow for sweeping before 9, so that's good. And it looks like you're going for Aegis, which is a pretty good buy here too. So. So let's go back to before this fight started. Looks like you're trying to get some vision down. I would have gotten this ward and maybe a ward here or like up in here. But you guys have no turret. You have eyes on Lucian here, and you can assume Soraka's close by. And you don't know where Brand and Elise are. So going up any further than, say, right here is just bad news for you guys. All you need is vision for Jinx to farm. Anything deeper than that it's nice, but it's definitely not worth this bad fight you guys get into here. Getting vision up in here is really great when you guys are not necessarily winning lane, but having the lane pushed. So that way you have a lot of places to fall back on. So you know, you get your vision up here, and if stuff's going bad up here, you have a safe way down here because you're pushed and you have your turret. But with no turret walking up in that jungle blind like that's pretty bad news. Ends up being 1-for-1 so far. This Shen's doing work. So keep on going here. So it ended up not being too terrible of a fight. You're going up here by yourself. You did scare off the Trundle, but that might have been more of a waste of time than anything. Let's see how this plays out here. So yeah, he's not tanky enough to turret dive you here. But your time is definitely better spent somewhere else right now. I would have just... This turret's probably going to fall later in the game anyway. So all you're doing is giving their enemy team a 4v5 or 4v4 right now with vision on you. Yeah, and this Shen is so fed that he can deal with Trundle by himself. So you kind of just die for no reason there. You baited yourself. And now Lux or Jinx is left to defend this. That ends up going pretty well. Alright, let's get you going here. Nice hook on the Brand. Not bad. So, you have the Banner 5 on Thresh. You know Thresh mechanics pretty well. Again, it's just that decision-making factor of, you know, wasting time top and dying. Posturing down here, being in front of your ADC, giving them the threat of, you know, an engage. Coming up here. Yeah, right now Trundle is pretty massive. You guys can't fight him at all. Shen he's fed enough where he should be able to fight that turret off by himself. So I think what happens here is Shen knows you're coming, so he tries to fight, but you guys don't have enough damage to kill Trundle. So instead of, you know, coming up here and kind of giving Shen the idea of going in, get back bottom, get mid. There's not much vision down. Get vision of your jungle instead of just sitting up here. Lux is dead. I feel like I haven't seen you throw your ultimate down. Anyway, you guys get a kill up here, which is good enough, but your team is losing the fight here in mid lane. They lost that turret. Lux died. Good save by Bran. Coming around back here. So again, I think your Thresh weakness here is not using your ultimate at good times. So right here, if you put that ultimate down, they're gonna have to hit at least 3 or 4 sides leaving, and they're gonna be perma-slowed. I don't know how many kills you get here, but this should be a double kill. So back it up even more, get your box down. That way you have that slow. You also have your play slow. So you get one, but you could have easily had both. Now, let's see. So this Elise is probably dead one way or the other here. Good hook. Trundle's dead too. So things are going pretty well for your team here. You guys are up by like 3.5k, and double the kills. But you don't really have the map pressure. They've got, I guess they've only got 2 turrets also. So they do have the turret lead. You have 2 or 3 wards placed right now. Yeah, get dragons up in a minute. I'm sure your team's going to put huge priority on it, like all teams do. So I would yeah, go back before dragon, get restock your wards, and get vision down. So, okay, I was just going to say that you went Eye of the Equinox. You're definitely more of an Eye of the Equinox type player. Your team's up here doing God knows what. Eye of the Equinox is better for supports like you than Face of the Mountain, because it's cheaper than Face of the Mountain, and it gives you 4 wards instead of... it gives you 4 wards sooner than it would if you went Face of the Mountain and then Ruby Sightstone. So if you go for Face of the Mountain, you're stuck on that 3 ward sight zone until you upgrade it to Ruby. Whereas if you go Eye of the Equinox, you get 4 wards faster, so you don't have to return to base as much to stock your wards, and then you can. It's also cheaper than doing the Ruby Sightstone and Face of the Mountain, so you can get onto other items such as Locket or Frozen Heart or whatever helps the team. You can get onto your build path faster, so it gives you more wards for cheaper than the alternative. Face of the mountain isn't bad though if you do take full advantage of the shield, but you're roaming a lot and you don't back a lot, so I would definitely go. I have the Equinox for you. So you've got Brand down. Here you guys should just, well, if they keep pushing, I thought they were going to back. You guys should definitely come down here. Screw that dragon. Come on, Lee. Come down here. Get this double kill. I don't put a lot of stock into dragon. There you go, you finally got your ultimate down. So back it up. When you were here and you threw that hook into the bush, I'm sure you thought Lucian may or may not be there. But you had a clean shot on the Soraka, so I would have just taken the Soraka. She's probably your kill target anyway right now because she's got a Warmogs. She's gonna be doing a lot of healing, so she's definitely who you're gonna want to kill first. So then it takes you know, you guys so long to get that Soraka down that the Lucian destroys you guys. So for you, you're kind of in a hard place here. Your Jinx is pretty far behind. Okay, I was gonna say I don't know how long you're gonna chase that, but I don't think you'll ever catch him. So where at right now, I'd just be getting. You don't have your pink ward down yet. Get vision of your jungle. What I like to do is if all my towers are down here, the places I will ward, I'll probably keep my pink here or here, just because it's less likely to die in those spots. And then I'll ward here, here, and here. And that lights up your jungle pretty good. You guys are being pushed constantly, so it's important that you get this part of your jungle warded up really well so you guys don't get caught and aced. So you've got Lux overextending to do God knows what. There's another good little learning. If you have 2/7/14 Lux, she's obviously not very good. And she's gotten caught out a lot this game. So right here, let's see, it is right here. This is a loss. There's really no 99 out of 100 times there's nothing good that can come from this. So is your lantern up? You have lantern. Throw your lantern, sit on the boundary of it, and if she dies, just get out. Don't throw any hooks, don't bait any teammates. This is a loss. Lux is gonna die before anybody gets there. So you hook the Trundle, and you only hook him, you walk towards him. So now you have no option but to fight. Alright. So you guys are fighting here. So luckily nobody else died. Very luckily nobody else died. But here's the deal, is you guys took a lot of team damage. They took a little bit of damage, but they have a Soraka. So you can basically assume they're going to be full health here in just a second, and they're going to have way more sieging power than you guys. So yeah, nobody died, but you're going to have to back up. You're going to have to concede this tower, maybe even another tower. So then Jinx dies, you do end up going down, and you lose a tower. So now they have a couple different options. They can get Inhibitor probably, or they can get Baron, just because of this fight here. I know you didn't get caught, but Lux got caught, and you kind of foolishly went in to help her. So next time, just let her die. Then your whole team's healthy, and you can defend this tower a little bit better. It might have still gone down, but at least nobody else dies, and they can't continue to push, or they don't have the threat of Baron. So yeah, you guys lost an inhibitor out of that mid exchange. So Shen is up here defending, and Lee dives for what reason, I don't know. That was a good fight, I guess. This Trundle might come in and clean up, but you guys should. That might have been a good fight for you guys, yeah. So with Lucian bot lane, that probably was a good fight to do. That was a good pick. Good pick. But you guys are gonna sacrifice your base for Baron. Okay, I'm gonna take back what I just said. It was a good pick. You got the kill, but you guys have about 25,000 minions going down the mid lane, and nobody's backing. So, I mean, even if it's just you recalling, at least you can hold the minions a little bit. But Shen might have recalled, Lee might have recalled if you didn't land that hook on Lee. So it was a good hook. You got the kill, but probably should have just went back. And let's see, this game's probably over here. Your team is still trying to do Baron. Didn't even get Baron. So, takeaways from this game. Your Thresh, pretty good mechanically. Not too much I can complain about. You landed your hooks. It's just the decision making. Don't go in when your team or one teammate is caught top lane or mid lane. Don't go top lane by yourself. Kind of just waste time. And posturing in the lane. Always be ahead of your ADC. Let them, if you're behind them, they can't farm. So you have to be in front of them, have that threat. Don't take free damage, but at least posture so that they can farm. And also getting jungle farm, or jungle wards, sorry, is important. So not a bad game, but anyway, hope you learned something. Thanks for submitting your replay.